Who truly holds the key to Taiwan's future? Nestled in the heart of the Pacific, Taiwan stands as a beacon of strategic importance, a pivotal arena where the tides of power are constantly tested. This island's story is woven with threads of ambition and sovereignty, caught between the colossal forces of China and the United States. Each has laid claims, drawn lines, and envisioned futures where they hold sway over this vibrant democracy. To understand the future, we must first understand the powers at play. China's military might is no secret, but how does it stack up when it comes to Taiwan? In recent years, the People's Republic of China has undertaken significant strides in expanding and modernizing its military capabilities. The Chinese People's Liberation Army, the world's largest military force, includes a ground force that exceeds 2 million active personnel. This immense army is complemented by a rapidly growing navy and an ambitious air force. The Chinese Navy, officially known as the People's Liberation Army Navy, has been particularly focused on enhancing its blue water capabilities. This includes the development of aircraft carriers and a fleet of submarines that are both nuclear and conventionally powered. These advancements are not just about power projection but are also strategic, aimed at securing China's interests in the Taiwan Strait and beyond. Moreover, China's technological advancements in military hardware are noteworthy. The nation has developed a range of missiles, from anti-ship ballistic missiles to advanced cruise missiles, designed specifically to challenge U.S. naval and air superiority in the Pacific. The deployment of these missiles can target vessels and bases as far away as Guam, which is a critical outpost for the United States in the Pacific. China has also made significant investments in cyber warfare and space warfare capabilities, recognizing that modern conflicts extend beyond land, sea, and air. A formidable force indeed, but military might is just one piece of the puzzle. Now let's turn to the United States, a global superpower with vested interests in Taiwan. The U.S. military's presence in the Pacific is both profound and strategic, serving as a cornerstone of American defense and foreign policy. Across this vast oceanic expanse, the United States maintains numerous bases, particularly in Japan and South Korea. These are not just outposts, but significant hubs of military readiness, projecting power and facilitating rapid response capabilities across the region. This expansive network is crucial, especially considering the strategic importance of Taiwan, which sits like a keystone in the arch of the first island chain. It's here that the U.S. demonstrates its commitment not just through presence but also through policy. The Taiwan Relations Act, a cornerstone of U.S.-Taiwan relations since 1979, plays a pivotal role. This act doesn't just symbolize a diplomatic stance, it legally binds the U.S. to provide Taiwan with the means to defend itself. Under this act, the United States has supplied a wide array of defensive materials to Taiwan, ranging from advanced fighter jets to state-of-the-art missile systems. This isn't merely a transactional relationship, it's a clear signal of robust support, reflective of a broader strategy to maintain balance and deter potential conflicts in the region. Moreover, the U.S.'s approach isn't just about flexing military muscle. It's about weaving a tapestry of alliances and partnerships. This network, which includes not only military but also economic and diplomatic ties, forms a fabric of collective security and shared interests in the Pacific. While committed, the U.S.'s strategy relies not just on force but also on alliances. Wars aren't fought just on battlefields, economic arenas are just as contentious. When examining the intricate dance of economic relations between China, the USA, and Taiwan, one finds a landscape rife with strategic maneuvers and high-stakes decisions. China's economic ties with Taiwan are deep and multifaceted. It is one of Taiwan's largest trading partners, absorbing a significant portion of Taiwanese exports, from electronics to machinery. This trade relationship is underpinned by substantial Chinese investments in Taiwanese technology sectors, which are crucial for Taiwan's thriving economy. Yet, this economic interdependency is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it bolsters Taiwan's economy, on the other, it gives China potential leverage over Taiwan. Contrastingly, the United States plays a pivotal role in Taiwan's defense and technology sectors. American companies are deeply integrated with Taiwan's semiconductor industry, which is at the heart of global tech supply chains. The U.S. government also provides substantial military support, further entwining their economic and strategic interests. This relationship not only fortifies Taiwan's defenses, but also secures a critical ally in the Asia-Pacific region for the United States. But what if this complex web of economic relations sours? Both China and the USA could deploy economic sanctions or trade barriers as strategic weapons. China could restrict access to its markets or limit imports of key Taiwanese products, which would strain Taiwan's economy. Conversely, the USA could impose trade restrictions or increase tariffs on Chinese goods, disrupting China's access to crucial technology and markets. Yet the fallout from such economic warfare would not be limited to the primary parties. Global markets and supply chains would likely suffer, affecting economies worldwide. This interdependence means that while economic sanctions can be a powerful tool, they are also a risky one, potentially harming the initiator as much as the target. Economic threads weave complex ties. Who stands to lose more or gain more? The answer is not merely about who wields more power today, but who can sustain it tomorrow. In the game of global diplomacy, every move counts. As the chess pieces are positioned on the global board, the diplomatic strategies of both China and the United States are crucial in shaping the future of Taiwan. At the heart of China's diplomatic maneuvers is the One China policy, a cornerstone of its foreign relations, asserting that there is only one Chinese government. This policy is recognized by a significant number of countries globally and is a non-negotiable principle that influences China's international engagements. On the other side of the board, the United States employs a policy of strategic ambiguity. While not officially recognizing Taiwan as a separate state, the U.S. maintains a robust, unofficial relationship with Taiwan, including arms sales and endorsing its participation in international forums as an observer. This approach aims to deter unilateral changes to the status quo by either side, yet it keeps the international community on a tightrope, balancing between formal recognition and practical alliance with Taiwan. The global response to the Taiwan issue is anything but uniform. Many countries navigate a delicate path, often choosing not to overtly challenge China's One China policy publicly, while engaging with Taiwan in economic and cultural exchanges. This balancing act is particularly evident in entities like the European Union, which promotes peaceful dialogue and a solution that respects the interests of all parties involved. The role of the United Nations in this diplomatic dance is complex. Despite Taiwan's previous position as a UN member, it was replaced by the People's Republic of China in 1971. Since then, Taiwan's attempts to rejoin the UN have been blocked, primarily due to China's influence as a permanent member of the Security Council. This leaves Taiwan in a precarious position, recognized by only a handful of nations and largely dependent on informal international support to bolster its global standing. As the global community watches and sometimes wavers, the diplomatic engagements of China and the US continue to play a pivotal role. The international chess game over Taiwan's future is intricate and fraught with geopolitical implications. Diplomacy could very well dictate Taiwan's destiny. With all these forces at play, what are the potential futures for Taiwan? As we peer into the swirling mists of geopolitical uncertainty, several scenarios emerge on the horizon. Each carries its own set of implications, not just for Taiwan, but for the global stage. First, let's consider the scenario of peaceful coexistence. This is the most hopeful outcome, where through persistent diplomacy and mutual understanding, Taiwan and China might find a way to coexist with respect for Taiwan's autonomy, while maintaining economic and cultural exchanges. In this scenario, the United States plays a supportive role, offering diplomatic backing to Taiwan while encouraging China to engage constructively. The probability of this outcome hinges on a significant shift in current political stances and would require considerable international support and internal moderation from both China and Taiwan. On the other hand, we see the scenario of increased tensions that could lead to military skirmishes. This outcome becomes more likely if diplomatic efforts falter and nationalism on either side is stoked by internal politics or external pressures. Here, military posturing could escalate into limited conflicts. These skirmishes might not lead to full-scale war, but would significantly strain international relations and disrupt global trade, affecting economies worldwide. The likelihood of this scenario is unfortunately quite plausible given the current trajectory of regional military buildups and the strategic importance of Taiwan. Lastly, there is the possibility of a significant diplomatic breakthrough. This would involve a landmark agreement, perhaps brokered by an international consortium, leading to a formal recognition of the status quo or a new status entirely. Such an outcome would require a dramatic turn in global politics, possibly driven by a major geopolitical event or shift in leadership in either the US or China. As we consider these scenarios, it's clear that the future of Taiwan is not only a question of military might, but of diplomatic finesse and economic interdependencies. The global community therefore has a pivotal role in shaping this future, whether through sanctions, alliances, or negotiations. The future is not set in stone, but the scales are constantly tipping. As we've seen today, the question of Taiwan is anything but simple. From the formidable military capabilities of China to the robust involvement of the United States, each power brings significant strengths to the table. Economically, both nations wield influence that reaches far beyond their borders. While diplomatically, the chessboard is intricate and ever-changing. The future scenarios are diverse, with each move on this global stage leading to different potential outcomes. In the grand chess game for Taiwan, both the dragon and the eagle are poised, waiting for the other to make the decisive move.